Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. Next year all our troubles will be miles away.
Hi and welcome to day 8 of Vlogmas. Today I think I have a serious yarn fume hangover because last night I went to the Viola Sky Map workshop and there was so much gorgeous yarn around that I lost my mind. And so this morning I think the best way to deal with a hangover is the hair of the dog. So this morning I am drinking Mrs. Claus's Prosecco, and this was one of my Bird and Blend tea pouches from my advent calendar. It's just steeping right now in my sheepy mug because I have a yarn hangover. It smells nice. So I'll let that steep a little bit. And I think the best way to start today off is with, hello Scout. There's no room on the chair for Scout. Some lovely Advent. So we're going to go into spoiler mode because, of course, if you do not want to see the Bird and Blend regular tea or the Bird and Blend matcha Advents, or if you don't want to see Nora George's color of the day, this is also going to be a Nora George, I'm pretty sure. This is the So Sweet Violet Advent. If you don't want to see them, I would suggest that just go out of the room for a little bit. Anyway, so today we're going to look at the regular tea Advent first. Today is day 8. I figured what I do is I use my fingernail, my thumbnail, and I just press where the paper, the cardboard connects, and this one's always a little bit difficult to open. Here we go. Oh, nice. Some matcha today. So some ice cream matcha was in today's little spot. That will be good. That's got some nice bits of caffeine in it for me, which I think I'm needing right now. And the matcha calendar, day 8 is down here. And as I said, I just take my thumb and poke. And let's see what matcha I get today. Ooh, a mate matcha. So, mate matcha. So, there we are. There's some lovely caffeine as things fall around. I am so tired. It was such a busy week, and I had a great night last night. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. Today I have an event to go to. Sunday, I'm looking forward to just having some quiet. It'll be I'm not sure that I've got a lot to share on the shortened podcast tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. And Monday I have a day off, and I'm really looking forward to just having some quiet me time. So my 2 matches, and let's open Tracy's Advent. So this is my little mini Nora George. Now what I've been noticing with the Advents that Tracy's been doing is they started off gray and now they're into the blues. I'm kind of thinking there's going to be a rainbow or an ombre effect, and I'm thinking today we might be going into either greens or purples. So we shall see. Last time was like a sky blue, so we're getting into the lighter blues, and I think we're going to switch, do some color shifting. Oh, that's beautiful. And it's some blue. There's some green in there. There is some purple. So I did say green and purple. And there's a little bit of orange in there too. So I'm very interested to see how it's all going to play out. And I know Tracy's knitting the Dust of Snow wrap, and I know I want to at some point catch up. I know last week when I did one of the vlogs, I talked about all the things I want to knit, and then as soon as I uploaded, I thought, and I still have to do the gift for my son's teacher, finishing that off, and there's so much to do, so much knitting, too little time. So That's often how it goes. 8 had a beautiful ribbon around it. It's in gorgeous sparkly paper. And what does Jules have in store for me to... Oh, wow. Very, very beautiful. Look at that. I don't really have a lot of Tracy's colors in greens. This is called Little Spruce. Beautiful. Oh, look at the little speckles there. Ooh, that's going to be gorgeous knit up. Look at that. Wow. How to get over a yarn hangover? Get more yarn. That's the best way to do it, I think. So my 2 beautiful yarns today. And let's see if we can finally have a bit of tea. It's a full-on hangover. The bag's still inside. So this is Mrs. Claus's Prosecco. Cheers to the weekend. I'm happy it's finally Saturday. Oh, this smells so good. There's no caffeine in this one. It's just herbal. Okay, let me tell you about why I have this yarn fume hangover. Last night I went to the Viola workshop, and it was at a place called, I think it's called Buku. It's Bookhou, Buku. And it's a lovely little shop studio in Toronto, and it was just a lovely space to sit down. The workshop, there were only 4 participants plus Emily, and I was surprised. I was thinking there were going to be a lot more, so it was a nice quiet evening on a Friday after a busy day of work. I had been on the busiest bus ever. They've stopped running the streetcars for, I guess, track reconstruction and road reconstruction, and they've put us all on these little tiny buses which have stairs in them, and they're not user friendly. But anyway, I got there. I was a little bit late, but I got there. And when I got there, there were some beautiful treats. I showed those on Vlogmas yesterday. There were pumpkin tarts, which were amazing. Some lovely cookies. We drank apple cider. Oh, we were spoiled. We were really spoiled. So I went to learn how to do the embroidery on the Sky Map shawl. We got a copy of the pattern, and then Emily gave us a copy of this sheet here, which is really great for if you want to draw out what your scarf looks like. Be careful where I put these. I'm running out of space. And then we had little pictures of the embroidery, and this is also, I believe, in either the magazine or if you buy the purchase pattern, you get like a little hints on how to do the embroidery. We were also gifted 2 lovely pom-pom magazines, and the first thing I did when I got home was I got the codes out and put them on my Ravelry, because they had the electronic versions as well, which I like. And yeah, that was a lot of fun. And as I was flipping through, Emily looked and said, "Oh, I love that. Oh, I want to knit that one." So, oh yes, I forgot about that one. Emily really likes this one here. So it was a nice treat and surprise to be gifted 2 copies of Pom Pom magazine. Now, while I was there, we started off stitching on a piece of broadcloth. And I'm now, oh, there it is. Okay. I thought I had maybe left it behind. So this was my broadcloth, and I was just playing around a little bit. I made a Saturn. I did some stars. I tried just to do some different things, just to play around, because that was part of the process. So we started off doing some running stitch, and then we did some back stitch, and then we started working on stars and circles, and it was just a lovely, just warming up, practicing. And I had made a swatch. I had started it, I'd shared it on the Vlogmas, and this is how big my swatch turned out. I could have gone on, I had more yarn, but I didn't have as much time. And so what I've done actually is I've Emily had scraps of mohair, and we were able to get little scraps and just play. She cut out a circle template for us, so I did a circle, and I've got lots of strands hanging because I'm going to probably add some more to it, although this one, I don't know, something got lost in there. And I did a crescent moon, which I started to try and play and put some satin stitch in there. I have just some lovely little stars that I've started, and I also have a shooting star. And this side of the shooting star looks much better than this side of the shooting star. So one of the recommendations during the workshop was to, do some of the embroidery on one side and then maybe flip over and do some on the other side so that it evenly works out there. Unfortunately, the original Sky Map wrap shawl was not there, so I was really, really wanting to see it in person, but it was at a trunk show in the States. And but I did get to see Emily's one that she's working on now in, I think it's Moonlight is the colorway she's doing. And also Emily made a little tassel for me for the end of my work in progress. And I've got bunches of little mohair that I can play with and practice on when I finally get to my Sky Map shawl wrap. It's just called the Sky Map. Anyway, I am hoping that that will be my Christmas Eve cast on. Now, the yarn fumes. With our workshop, we were given a choice of a little mini mohair. I could not, even though I already have this colorway, this is Garden Ghost. I love Garden Ghost, and this little bit of pink here, and there's another little bit just in here, and I could not pass this one up. There was beautiful greeny yellow color, which I loved as well, but I went for my tried and true, my favorite Garden Ghost. So that was my mini that I was given as part of the workshop. So, it's so, so soft and fluffy. I love that color. The yarn fumes continue, despite me dropping yarn everywhere. Despite my hair of the dog tea source, which is so, so hot. So this is the color I used for my background. I was going to use this for my embroidery, but I had a lot of fun using the mohairs and all the little strands. So that was good to sort of try out how different colors reacted. Yarn fumes. Straight from Mooresburg. So, while I was at the workshop, we had a chance to go downstairs from our space that we were working, and all of the yarn was there on display and for sale. And if you have a chance to see Emily's yarns in person, I know that when the shop updates happen online, it is a frenzy. I call it a lion's den. And you've got to go in with a plan for sure. So when you have these beautiful yarns in hand and you can see them, it's hard to decide what you really, really want to go with, but B, you just can't walk away. So I didn't just walk away. One thing I did get that was very, very special, and I've seen this on Instagram, is this lovely mug. And there's a reason I didn't put tea in it today, because I wanted to show you the bottom. So these are actually tin can mugs, and I'm hoping that they will keep my tea warm. And Emily has done the design for the outside of it. So a new mug for my rotation. I had to, as soon as I saw that, I knew that that was coming home with me. The great thing about going last night was that we also got to see all of the samples from the Knits About Winter book. And I made the mistake, maybe not a mistake, of trying on the East Wind sweater, and oh my goodness, it was gorgeous. It was snugly warm. And when I put it on, I of course had to knit my own. The colors I was looking at were light Bronte, and then Bronte as the mohair, and then I think Down to the Wire was the accent color, and I really liked that. But then I saw Sea Storm with light Bronte. So this is, I believe it's light Bronte, yes. This is the one I was going to knit the sweater in, but what I'm going to do is do Sea Storm with the highlight. This will be the pocket and the edging. And at the very bottom of my bag is, it's a big bag, the Sea Storm mohair. So these will be held double to make a nice fluffy warm sweater, and then the accent color here, and it will be absolutely gorgeous. I didn't stop there. The first thing that caught my eye when I went downstairs was this gorgeous sock, and this is called Sweet Dreams. And along with Sweet Dreams, there was this gorgeous mohair. I am not sure what I'm going to knit with this. Something gorgeous. I did buy a sweater's quantity of each. It was all about the sweaters last night. So these were, along with this mohair too, yarn fume galore. Oh my gosh, and they smell good too. And they're swishy, squishy. Oh, I'm gonna need another bin for my Viola yarn because, yes. Anyway, the rest of today I am going to spend getting over my yarn hangover, drinking some tea. We do have an event this afternoon that we have to go to, but I'm really hoping for a quiet evening tonight, quiet tomorrow, and definitely a nice day off on Monday. But for today, happy Saturday, cheers. Hope the yarn fumes aren't completely messing up your mind. Bye.
Through the years we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas.